Nice globe.
No. Stop. No. No, game. You're not doing that. No. You are not. You are not doing this.
Oh, they are doing it. Care to remind the audience what the heck that's about? Because I remember it being.
Does anybody want to change their hair color? Would anybody care to change their hair color? Oh, yes. My beautiful hair color. I love how that's the first thing I saw, too. I just see that bottle sitting there. I'm like,
No,
ha.
I saw it too, and I was just like, I was kind of in disbelief, and then you pointed it out. The other thing I was looking at was quite simply something on the right there. Not that, but
Oh, my.
I was looking at the paper to the right.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Go away.
And he also has a badass statue.
And look at the back of the chair.
Doesn't it look like a lawyer's badge?
What?
Look at that mark. Look at that mark. And then look at the one on the statue.
They're the same.
Like a little bit different, but.
No, they're the same.
Minister of Justice, he has his own model up there for some reason. And you look up, and then they got some beer on the top right. Footprints, obviously. So someone went in, right?
There could just be our footprints, too. It's not very... Well, I'm sure we'll investigate and it'll explain that.
Okay, let's do this.
What a mess. You can definitely tell a guy used to live in this room. Guess Inga and I had at least that much in common.
Bah, the staff keeps getting in the way. Nina! Oh!
Where's Nina? Huh?
Well, you didn't have to voice
Where's
that.
Nina? Normally. She comes running whenever Rafa calls.
It's another unknown. That's right. Nina is.
Nina is what?
Oh well, you, barbed head. Come, hold the staff for me.
Why me?
Just take it. It's too heavy and I'm tired of holding it.
How does Nina put up with this all day in, day out? I'll just set it over here for now. Okay, I'm happy they just set it aside and didn't put it in our evidence, because I'd be very concerned if they put that staff in our evidence. Well, let's talk about this. What's this? Jesus LaBelle. Riverside sees this brand again. It appears to be a sample of some sort of spray-on hair color. Color jet black. I wonder if Inko is going gray.
Nope.
Here, Edris. Maybe you can use it. Ha 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 ha.
Damn.
I like my natural hair color just fine, thank you very much.
Can you look at the crime scene photo of Inga down? Pretty black.
Yeah, he might have been using it just to like keep his hair black.
Interesting.
His desk is crammed full of documents. They appear to be paperwork for executions. But for this many cases? Indeed. Something is rotten in the kingdom of Kurai. This one dates back to 5 years ago. Something tells me he simply kept putting them off because he hated doing paperwork.
Or maybe he had a minimum quota and he tried keeping it to the minimum.
There's some muddy shoe prints here. Come to think of it. There's some spilled water by the entrance. Somebody must have stepped in before coming in here. They're already dry. That means they're at least several hours old.
Then someone must have been here today in the early afternoon. For our servants clean this room each day. Here in Karine, we have a saying, leave not today's untidiness to the morrow.
Mine is, why clean up today what you can leave for tomorrow? This is most likely a special ink pad for the Justice Minister's stem. His insignia is carved big and bold on the lid. Talk about overkill. Did he really have to mark everything he owned? What is this? Syringe and vial.
Those were for my father's back pain. He said it really helped when the pain was particularly unbearable.
Ooh, so he had some back pain. Interesting. Was that bad, huh? He must have been injected some sort of painkiller directly into his back then.
Yes, my father said his back pain could knock him off his feet.
I know this feeling. I've experienced some pretty severe back pain of my own.
Well, we can't have you throwing your back out in court, so why don't you take a vial?
Oh, no thanks. Here your body builds up tolerance to that sort of thing. Phoenix says no thanks, but it gets added anyway.
I think we found out what got injected into Maya and the other guys.
I thought you didn't want them.
I'm going straight to a chiropractor as soon as I get home.
So, whoever was under the tarp probably just gave a quick whoop to whoever was inside the tomb, so to speak.
This notepad must have belonged to Inga. Let's see. Nina, purple hat, glasses, diamond-shaped tattoo on forehead. Dirk, long hair, eye patch, blue clothes. Phoenix, right, spiky hair, blue clothes, pink necktie. What the?
This is huge. Why is Nina on that list? Purple hat, glasses, diamond-shaped tattoo.
Dirk doesn't have good memory. Or not Dirk, Inga.
Yeah.
So these are notes to himself or something. That's strange. These appear to be notes detailing a person's most prominent characteristics. Hey, there's even stuff about me in here. Why would he bother doing this?
I'm afraid even I can't answer that.
Whatever's the reason, this gives me a case of heebie-jeebies. It's as though he's taking down descriptions of people over the phone. That's what it reminds me of anyways.
What a brilliant deduction. One fitting of a chief prosecutor such as yourself. I commend you.
That's a high praise coming from you, your benevolence. Sir's right. They do look like dictation notes, but I don't know. I mean, why bother describing Nina, who he must have seen every day?
Can you look at the character sheet real quick and see who's all involved in the case?
Trucy, Athena, Apollo, Neota, Dirk, Dats, Emma, Miles, Maya, Inga, Rafa, Garan. So we don't have Nina in here.
Yeah, we don't have Nina. But if someone disguised as Nina, maybe. Because Nina's pretty covered.
Yeah, because all you would have to do is, like fit one of these descriptions and maybe Inga would think you were them.
And it has to be someone with a diamond tattoo on the forehead. right? So that could be
Rafa does.
Rafa does for sure. We don't know about her, but she could probably describe it.
Nayuta does.
Yeah. Oh, you froze a bit. Hold up.
Oh no, Nayuta's round.
Yeah, he has a round circle, right? So he's out. But go on right.
Dirk does.
Circle or diamond?
Diamond.
Interesting. Maybe he has some like dissociative disorder or something like that, where you can only see so much.
Chair looks like his model after Inga's suit jacket. That bracket even has those fancy buttons of his. I imagine they make this chair awfully uncomfortable to sit on.
Actually, they serve to massage the pressure points on his back. My father suffered from terrible back pain, you see.
Wonder if it really works. Wow, that's one gaudy sculpture.
My father sculpted it himself from a block of solid gold.
That's pretty talented, actually.
Why does it not surprise me that he would also be? He was also a narcissist. It's pretty detailed. It even included the personal stamp of his.
I'm not gonna lie, I did notice that the whack sound of the staff is the snackoo sound.
Yep. That's why I was confused for a moment there. I was like, oh, she's probably just whacking with her staff. Oh, I didn't. I don't think I actually read that.
A safe.
Oh, hi. Ah. Look, there's a secret safe inside.
Oh my, to think such a thing was here all this time.
Rats. Looks like we need a combination to get in. Can't open this without the combination, but I doubt Princess Rafa would know it. Well, if we can't open it, we can't open it. For now, let's continue our investigation and come back to this dilemma later.
Whatever's in that matters, obviously. What? There's alcohol up there, man. That's huge. You're not gonna wait next time.
It's one luxurious and comfy-looking bed. Slept on nothing but hard floors since coming to Quran. Can't wait to sleep in a nice soft bed again.
Then take it. It's yours, if you wish. We'll have to clean this room out anyway, now that my father's gone.
Aww. Don't you want to keep these things as a memento of your father? Besides, I don't need a spirit haunting me late at night.
Do you suppose if I slept on it, I could see my father once more?
Princess Rafa, I honestly don't know how to answer that. Okay, what are we not hit yet?
Yep.
Barbed head. I, the royal priestess of Quran, shall share my thoughts on the abduction.
Not the adoption.
The adoption of Maya Fey. You will?
Listen carefully, for such opportunities do not come often.
Yes, of course. We'd be grateful to hear anything you'd like to share.
My father was very likely seeking to obtain the Founder's Orb. But it was not for the purposes of a coup d'etat. It was all for my sake.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. It's like, what if he was trying to get it to give her the spiritual power?
And then she would take over.
For your sake?
The Founder's Orb is capable of bestowing great spiritual power. My father truly believed that. And he wanted the power to be mine. I haven't finished my training, and I still can't channel spirits. He was doing it for me.
Right. I see.
Well, do you understand why he did it now?
I do.
Also,
But-
Pokegirl said, "Did you bring cake?"
Doesn't change
What?
the fact that Minister Inga was a kidnapper.
Ah.
But I guess you don't believe he is.
Ooh. New information is sure to surface upon further investigation. Suffice to say, he did this all for me. End of story.
Was he really trying to obtain the orb for Rafa? Somehow, I doubt it. Speaking of powers, I wonder if Rafa will be performing the divination seance tomorrow. Should I ask her about that?
Like, if he could see it early, he could prepare.
Your benevolence. I noticed Nina isn't with you today.
What happened to her?
I know not where she has gone. I have not spoken with her since this morning. I assume she might be quite busy today. I did catch a glimpse of her a little after 2 o'clock. I tried calling out to her. But she went off somewhere again.
A little after 2. It's about an hour before the murder.
Indeed, of all the times for this to happen. She normally comes to me the moment I call her name.
I know it's hard to believe, but even nannies have to live, you know. Your inability to find her after the murder is slightly alarming. I wonder if her absence is related to today's incident somehow.
Do you think she was unwittingly caught up in them?
Who knows? At the
Or
very
lives
least,
to take.
I don't think she was at the scene of the crime.
The nanny would have unlimited access to everywhere, though.
Nana, I hope she's all right.
Rafa seems like she's really worried about Nana. I take it you'll be conducting tomorrow's divination seance?
Who else if not I?
Good point. The thing is, the queen can do it too, technically. Divination seance is all about what the victim experienced in her final moments. So tomorrow, Rafa will experience her own father's death exactly as it happened. It's more than anyone should have to deal with. Do you really have to go through with the seance tomorrow? There's really no one else? What about just calling the whole thing off?
It's not as if I'm doing this because I want to.
No?
Ah! Never mind, I misspoke. The divination seance is a very important duty of the royal priestess. And it's one I intend to fulfill.
There's that word, duty. Performing a divination seance is very important for a priestess. But duty or not, it's a heavy burden for someone so young. Even worse, she'll be forced to watch her father's murder. Will it be a weight too heavy for her to bear? Your benevolence, has Nana served you for long?
Yeah, she's been at my beck and call for as long as I can remember. I've heard she even cared for me as an infant, right down to changing my diapers.
Your diapers? It almost sounds like she could be your mother.
Indeed, but that is a simple fact of life when your mother is busy being queen. Nina takes care of my every need. She is my teacher in all things as well.
Rifa's pool of knowledge seems rather loop-sided in some respects. Could that be the result of Nina's teachings?
Nana, could it be that my trusted attendant has come to dislike me? Now that I think about it, perhaps I've been acting rather spoiled as of late.
Oh, I'm sure she'll be back.
Yes, I suppose Nina would never truly abandon me. Upon her return, I will do something nice for her. Perhaps she'd like a shoulder massage.
And yet, I can't shake the feeling that Nana's connected to the case in some way. I'm really beginning to wonder what's inside that safe. Any ideas what the combination might be, Your Benevolence? 1 1 1
None
1.
whatsoever.
It's gonna be 1 1 1 1 because he's number 1. Or no, referencing Von Carver, it would have been 0 0 0 1.
Yep.
None whatsoever.
Looks like a 4-digit combo lock, so maybe it's a date. There's probably not anything it would be easy to guess. Well, let's try some dates and see what happens. Please tell me it's this. Please tell me it's this.
Do it. Do it.
When's your birthday, Your Benevolence?
Huh, you are wasting your time. It could not possibly be my birthday.
Aw, come on. It's worth a shot.
Fine. It's December 24th.
Oh,
Christmas Eve.
they had so much opportunity to make this the same day as the DLC incident and trigger Edgeworth. They had so much opportunity. They could have just added 4 days. Christmas Eve. Well, let's give it a try. 1 2 2 4. Yes! Yes, it worked.
Daddy girl indefinitely.
It opened.
It did.
Yep. And it looks like the bottom safe was a fake. That's cool, Poke Girl. Something meant to mislead would-be thieves, no doubt. Still, it was rendered quite ineffective by his use of such an easily guessed combination.
But why, Father? Why my birth date?
Well, let's see the document.
Okay, let's see what's in here. This looks like a letter or something. Let's see. Dear Father, I wanted to wish you a happy birthday. You're always so kind, and I love you very much. I hope you live to be 100 years old. Love, Rafa. Aww. Aww.
I wrote this to my father when I was 8 years old. Father, why would you hold on to something so childish and stupid?
There are some other papers in here. Once I poison the queen, the throne will be mine. The spiritual power I obtain from the treasure will back up my claim. In the meantime, the secret pleas are to keep a close watch on Quran. Oh my goodness.
This makes it very likely that one of the royal guard
The
is
taste
a
tester. He can just pretend he's eating it and like have the food poisoned.
True, but there wasn't a taste tester on the list, was there?
Yep, there was.
Huh.
I don't. Can we still? It's probably way too far back to see it.
It's
at this
way
point.
back.
Like I know for sure one of them said taste tester.
One of them did say taste tester.
This is the plan of a coup d'état.
Wait, what? Give me that. I don't understand.
It seems Justice Minister Inga was plotting the assassination of the Queen.
This can't be true. Father would never harm Mother.
Poor Rafa. This has to come as a terrible shock. There's a photo in here too. Oh.
That's Nana.
No, that's not Nana. I know who
has-
this is.
Who do you think it is?
This is Amara.
Oh, wait, why?
This is Amara in Nayuta. 100% this is Amara in Nayuta. It's a woman and a baby. I wonder who they are. Because if you recall back to when we were in the tomb, Amara was depicted as having white hair.
Yeah.
So I think this is Amara. I'm pretty sure this has to be Amara, and the baby is very likely Nayuta.
So a large part of this case would bear on that family tree then, right? Because Nayutu's true mother would be Amara, the current queen.
Which we already have a good indication of that being the case. Because Nayuta's father is Dirk, and Dirk was married to Queen Amara.
True. Then why would you know who?
Is there not a date on the letter? I seen that too. That's the dragon book right there.
There's no date on this photo at the moment. It's of a woman and a baby. I wonder who they are. Far left, there's a law book with the mark of the defiant dragons branded on it.
Wait, that's
Your benevolence?
how? How could this be?
She passed out. Princess Rafa. Oh, she's back. She's looking incredibly pale. Your benevolence. Are you all right?
All right? How can I be all right?
Huh?
All that I have believed. It was all lies.
I'm afraid I don't follow. What the heck is she talking about? I just had a new thought cross my mind.
I've had two separate thoughts. You go first.
What if Nana is Amara?
That's a pretty damn good thought.
Like, because she could say this is Nana, but it looks a lot like what I think Amara. I'm pretty sure that's Amara, though. So, I mean, Amara's not dead.
Yeah.
So that would prove Dirk not guilty on that charge. But it also gives Amara a motive to kill Inga.
Interesting.
Oh, boy.
I had a different theory. I still think it's the guard. I think the guard was one of the ones that had a significant amount of time to toy with the crime scene, so to speak. Right? Namely, I think if... Hold on, what's his name? If Inga's plans went to fruition, the guard who was the taste tester would have been outed, right? He would have been killed on the spot because he didn't do his job, right? And the current queen dies, right? If he knew that and wanted to prevent it from happening in the first place, that could be motive enough, right? Because he's saving his own ass. Keister in the process. The other problem I have is I still think Peace Lubbin is still around. I think he's one of the guards indefinitely, right? Because Peace Lubbin...
Because all we need is Inga to not sign his execution. And just release him.
And then he's fine, right? Or he disguises as one of the members, and suddenly Inga's part of... Peace Lubbin is part of the Royal Guard. Right? And the black hair would go blonde to black. Right? Perfect disguise. My issue with Nana, I am in the thought that Nana is her true mom. I think Nana gave birth to her in front of us right now, and there was some sort of baby swap that we don't know about, or something akin to that.
Oh
And
boy.
I think there's a swap of infants. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking.
If Rafa confirms that this is Nana, then that opens up the possibility. But if she said it's Amara, it can't
Yeah.
Rafa can't possibly be the baby given the timeline we know.
Okay, what about this? Nana is the nanny of Rafa. Look at the hair, and then think what would happen if we washed her hair and it turned white.
Well, we don't even see Nana's hair at all.
No, but it doesn't matter. What if her natural hair color was white all this time? And all the time, Nana has been using that dye or some form of ink to keep her hair nice and black.
Well, LaBelle's thing isn't that old. As far as I think it was like a year ago is when we had that case with LaBelle.
Yeah, but you could use different things. You can use actual ink to mask it, right? Just a thought. What if the girl we're looking at right now is quite literally a baby swap with Nayuta?
They're 9 years apart.
Age difference, though. Yeah. Okay, I'm on my thought with the baby swap here, but
25 and 14, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think Nayuta.
So 11 years.
I'm gonna say that. I'm saying that right now. Nayuta is royalty from the past queen, right? I think we can agree on that. I think Rafa might not have the parents she thinks she has. Like, think about it like an illegitimate child born that shouldn't exist, right?
I'm afraid I don't follow. What the heck is she talking about? Can I ask you who the woman in this picture is?
How should I know? It seems I didn't know anything that was going on.
Doesn't look like I'm going to get much more out of her while he's like this.
Mother.
Huh?
I must ask my mother about the secret she is hiding.
What secret?
I must go. Goodbye.
And
Wait. What was that all about? It's like her mind was off somewhere else. It appears the photo really upset her. Who the lady in the picture is. Oh, this is you.
stop, Shadow! Come back here!
Stop, Shadow, come back here.
Yeah, we know it's Shadow.
Wait, that sounds like I'll be in shadow. That's odd. Commoners aren't normally allowed in this area. Wonder what's afoot. Ah, that's worse.
That's great.
What the heck?
That's amazing.
I hope one of you has a good explanation for this.
Ah, I'm so sorry.
Hi, Albie.
No, Shadow, bad dog. Leave the man's friendly thingamajig alone.
If you would kindly detach your dog from my cravat.
Right away, sir. Just hold still and...
And... So why did Shadow attack his cravat? Stop pulling like that. You only stretch the fabric.
Come on, Shadow. Let's go of his cravat collar. Huh, this isn't working. I'll just have to pull harder then.
Oh no.
1, 2,
Wait, what are you...
3! Yeah. Come on!
Oh, he's being choked. What are you trying to kill me?
I'm really sorry, mister. My dog has a habit of attacking friendly things like that.
Maybe for his sake, he should stick to more traditional targets like cars or his tail.
What's worse, he snuck in here again today and stole some weird-looking hat. Everything points to Nana, man.
Oh no. Please don't let it be Nana. Please no.
I don't know what to do anymore. Bad dog. You're a very bad dog.
Wait a second. I've seen that hat before. Could I see that hat again?
Sure.
Wait, isn't this... Isn't this Nana's hat? But it's actually disappeared.
Shadow swiped it from someone.
Albie, how exactly did Shadow get this?
Allow me to explain. It all started while we were on a walk through the bazaar today. When suddenly, Dad's popped out of the manhole. He popped the thing. Whoa!
Oh wait, this is new dialogue.
Yeah.
Ah. The things of the divine trick. That's a bullet here. Say, you want to join our cause, kid?
Huh? Naturally, I was super startled by that weirdo sudden appearance.
Back. The dog bites of guarantee.
Huh? But this is my dog, Shadow.
Divine dragon secret weapon. Dragon is not snaps. Achoo.
Whoa!
Oh man, look at the look on your face. That was classic.
The sudden bang of the firecracker spooked Shadow and he ran off into the crowds. Ah, Shadow, come back here.
That'll teach a Garan's lapdog. You there, what do you think you're doing? Ah, not good. Woo.
That's when a policeman came running and hauled Dats away. That happened right around 2 p.m. if I remember correctly.
I'm not even going to pretend I know what Dats was trying to do.
I chased right after Shadow and when I finally caught up in here in the palace courtyard, he had this in his mouth.
2 p.m., That's about an hour before the minister's death. Nana supposedly went missing after the murder. But this would place her at the palace at around 2.
Actually, I just remembered I saw something pretty amazing around that time, too.
Something amazing. So, Abby, what was it that you saw that was so amazing?
I saw Her Eminence Queen, Garan, channeling a spirit.
What if Queen Garan is Nana?
That doesn't really make any sense.
You haven't seen them in the same room, though. Just a weird thought.
I don't think it works, but...
Like, Nana's an old lady that channels Queen Garan. Queen Garan died in the fire? I don't know. It's just a weird thought. We have to wonder who got the power bestowed upon them first. And Nana would fit the bill. Because she could have been around that long and would have
Just happened upon it.
It's really that big a deal to see her channeling someone?
You bet it is. Commoners are never allowed to behold the sacred rite.
Oh, can you tell me more?
Of course, I'm always happy to explain. I believe it was around 2:10 p.m. today. I got lost in the palace grounds while looking for Shadow. Oh, what is this place? It gives me the creeps. Where could Shadow have gone? In my search, I took a peek into a small room and... that's when I saw Queen Garan. She was channeling a spirit for a neighboring kingdom's king. I saw her transform right before my eyes. I was so excited I had to take a picture of it.
Here we go.
You took a picture?
I know I shouldn't have, but I just couldn't help myself.
Between this and a treasure room, Hobby's not exactly a picture of self-restraint. So this place is Garan, not anywhere near the scene during the crime, up until the crime happened. So I think that gets rid of your Nana theory.
Her channeling rite ended right after that, so I ran off before anyone could spot me.
Could have been arrested again, you know.
I'm still leaning towards the Royal Guard guy, but
Yeah, I know. Anyway, here's a copy of the picture. Just don't tell anyone I was the one who took it.
I worry about his future sometimes.
well, let's take a closer look at that. Zoom in on there.
Where specifically?
Her face.
That's 100% her.
Can't see the forehead print or anything like that. What about the guy on the left?
He's got a mustache.
That's about it. Mustache and... okay.
Come to think of it, how did you and Shadow get into the royal residence anyway? It's not open to commoners after all.
Allow me to explain. There's a way to get into the palace from the bazaar. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, though. Shadow could easily fit, but anyone bigger than me is out of luck.
You don't say.
Yeah, part of the palace's wall is damaged, and there's a hole I could just make it through.
Go on.
Hehe, bet you didn't know they have some really tasty food here.
Oh, then it isn't your first time here, huh? Trespassing is illegal, you know.
No, it's not like that. I didn't mean any harm. It's just, I want to help change this kingdom.
What do you mean?
Well, after Miss Faye's trial, I started thinking, like, maybe there was something I could do to help the revolution, too.
Maya's trial, huh? The trial only happened because of how twisted Koran's legal system has become.
This cannot be. Da-da-da-da-da.
The GC Act led to the false charges against Maya and High Priest's suicide. The trial also caused the public to start questioning the current state of things. It seems even Albie has some pretty strong feelings on the matter.
I knew there had to be something I could do to help. That's when I remembered the hole in the palace wall and started thinking. Maybe I could sneak in and take a picture of one of the royals up to no good. I just wanted to do my part.
The spirit of revolution seems to be catching on, even with one so young. Right, the momentum is steadily building, and the tipping point is fast approaching. It's just a matter of when. I agree, and the public's perception of the Defiant Dragon seems to be changing too. But Albie, you can't go trespassing like that, even if it's for a good cause. It's not right.
Okay, I won't do it again.
Albie, is that really all you have to confess? You haven't been up to any other mischief. And when I say you, I mean Shadow.
Huh? Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
3, 2, 1. Oh, nope, it's not doing it yet. Okay, so we're just gonna point that out. I was like, come on, where's the Cyclops? Nice try, Albie. It's proof right in front of us.
Right over there.
Albie, you wouldn't happen to know how this urn got knocked over, would you?
Ah,
Because her benevolence told me something rather interesting. That dingbat dog she mentioned wouldn't happen to be Shadow, would it?
ooh. I guess the dog's out of the bag. Sorry I lied, but I was worried I'd get in trouble. I know I shouldn't lie to a lawyer like that.
No, it's good to lie to anyone like that. So let's try to only tell the truth. Okay, Albie?
Oh, Mr. Wright, I almost forgot. I saw a couple of Americans a moment ago. They had really weird haircuts, so I thought they might be a friend of yours.
Really now? Seems your little friend thinks us all Americans have strange hairstyles. I suppose we have to thank you for that, right? So, what exactly did your hair look like?
There was a guy with the two crops of hair sticking out of his forehead like an antennae.
Apollo.
Then there was this lady with a long bunch of hair that looked like a big orange spider leg.
Oh, that sounds like Apollo and Athena. What were they doing?
They were racing through the bazaar with the Garan Royal Guard in hot pursuit.
Uh-oh. Oh boy. What was Garan doing when we last saw her? She's telling her guards to do something. Probably capture those two. Or was they being pursued? I'm not sure, but I have my suspicions. I just hope they're all right.
Sorry for not mentioning before, it just kind of slipped my mind. Those guys sure are persistent. Yeah, they even wore me out, and that doesn't happen often. Why are they after us anyway? Oh, Apollo, it's the Royal Guards again. Quick, hide.
Hey, where'd Horn-Headed Spidey Hair go?
Spidey hair, they're not talking about me, are they?
Isn't that a trick question? We know you're hiding somewhere around here.
Apollo, that weird-looking bird over there. Did it just?
Yeah, it did. It's called a warbad, and... You know what? I'll tell you about it later when we're not being chased by a masked man. Hand over the Founder's Orb if you know what's good for you. It figures they're after the orb.
I don't want to do that unless we were captured. If they grill us in those obnoxious loud voices, I'd cave in after the first hour and confess to whatever they wanted, truth or no.
Come out now, you foreign devils. This has gone far enough. You must not keep Your Eminence waiting any longer.
Oh.
We've got to get out of here. There must be a safe place to hide somewhere.
Yep, there is a safe place to hide. Apollo talked about knowing it.
Look, a manhole. Ah, that's right.
Oh, where are we going?
I think.
Ah, I know a place where we can hide. Follow me.
Oh, where are we going?
Ah!
Wait, you're not seriously thinking about going down there.
Athena,
My
we have
maid
no
outfit.
choice. We have no choice, Athena.
It smells like rotten eggs. And are those rats I hear?
We've got no choice. I can get us somewhere safe, but this is the only way in. Quick, before it's too late.
Ah, it's gonna take forever to get the stench out of my hair.
Looks like we lost him. That was close. Dirk's office. How long has it been since I last set foot in here? At least we're safe now, but... Why is Athena huddled in the corner like that?
Ah!
Dats?
AJ, what the heck you been doing here? What the heck are you doing here?
Gron's Royal Guards are after us.
Once a rebel, always a rebel. Don't worry, the regime doesn't know about this place, so you can relax for now.
Good, but since when I'm part of the rebellion, I don't recall signing up.
Apollo! Oh, hi, Phoenix.
Mr. Reich, what are you doing here?
We saw you two go in that manhole. You narrowly escaped the guard's notice. It's like watching a pair of ostriches. It was like watching a pair of ostriches burying their heads in the sand.
I guess I was closer shaved than I had thought.
Anyway, you're safe and sound now, and that's all that's what really counts. Oh, I also have some evidence for you.
Thanks, Mr. Wright. Receipt from the boss.
So what is this dubious hovel we've found ourselves in, anyway?
It's a Defiant Dragon safe house, also known as former Sedmati law officer.
I see. Well, though it might just be happenstance, here I am, a chief prosecutor, hiding out in a rebel base.
Please don't report this place to the local police prosecutor, Edgeworth. Might as well take a look around while we're waiting for the heat to die down out there. Come on, Athena, stop mumbling over there and help me check this place out. Please tell me there's a shower here. Nope. There's a sink in the kitchen. And if you're lucky, maybe even some soap. I'm sorry I even asked.
Let's examine first. Let's see if we can get this picture added to evidence.
Huh, who's the kid?
Come on, Athena.
Wait a second, that's you, Apollo. I'd recognize those horns anywhere. Is that really the only way anybody recognizes me? Hee hee, you were so cute. And who's that fine-looking young man? That's Nayuta, back when he used to smile. Wow, his smile is absolutely angelic.
Sure, bring back memories. That was take a day. We all went out fishing.
What was Prosecutor Sadmati like when he was younger?
He was kind of quiet, but passionate when it came to his convictions. When he finally made prosecutor, he was all fired up and to change Quran for the better. Now it's nothing more than a Quran lackey.
Seems like Dad has a lot to say about Nayuta. I'll ask him about his thoughts later.
Are you continuing your map down there?
Yeah, I am.
Earl, these are all your lines. You can worry about your map later.
I know. I'm thinking. There's a scary-looking knife sticking out of the Queen's picture. If anyone saw this, they'd think the Defiant Dragons were a violent group.
Oh, that was actually me trying to kill a fly. I threw a knife, but I whiffed it, and this thing ended up stuck right between her eyes.
You mean this wasn't on purpose? That's what's with the altar.
When we pay our respects to the victims of the defense culpability. DC Act is a heinous law that puts innocent people to death.
A law that's supposed to protect the people sends them to their graves instead. Talk about insane. This is Dirk's old law book. Look, there's a mark on the cover. It looks like it was branded with a hot iron. Yeah, I think it was done in protest against the Defense Culpability Act. There's an entry in the DC Act right here. See? Ah, so this is the infamous anti-lawyer law that you guys are always talking about. I wonder what's in this file. Oh, it's full of newspaper clippings.
Seems to be a collection of document information on Amara's assassination.
The arson incident involving Amara's private residence. Amara was slipped a sleeping pill and perished in the fire. Lighter was found at the scene had Dirk's fingerprints on it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
got
the lighter
that.
have been incinerated?
A lot of times, the stuff the lighter's built out of stays, like specifically the steel part.
Well, it depends
Right,
on the
so that's-
kind of lighter, really.
Yeah. So there might have been some sort of tell, because usually people can tell the source of the fire and they're able to
Yep.
surmise what went where. So the same was probably done here. So this is what Dirk was talking about. We already know most of the stuff here on the top. Let's see what else there is. This is going to be huge. Wow, where did he get all this? Anything important here? I'll read it. Apollo's roving musician father got caught up in the incident and lost his life. That's huge. He was struck in the head by the culprit. The victim's passport and any pictures of him were burned up in the fire. Without knowing his real name, no divination seance could be performed.
All this means we can perform a divination seance for him at some point now.
Roving musician father, which is the photo we have.
No. Don't. Oh, dear. What?
But
Don't-
we need his name.
Don't tell me my Inga theory is going to be correct.
You think Inga's...
Inga is Jove.
Oh, interesting.
I was saying that a while ago. Like, if we could try to do the divination seance, it doesn't work. We have
So
to
you
figure out
think
why.
Inga's the
And it's,
mystery dad?
what if Inga was Apollo's father? Oh boy, me.
Apollo's roving musician father got caught up in the incident and lost his life. While Shiro smiles uncontrollably. What? This is about your father, Apollo.
Looks like it. But I was never told much more than what's written here.
Also, if the article knows, or the pages know that it was Apollo's father, that would be enough to figure out who he was and people to do a divination seance.
Really? How come?
Dirk always skated around the subject. Maybe he thought I was still too young. Plus, I always thought of Dirk as my dad, so I never really brought it up.
Oh, I see. Still, I feel kind of sorry for your real dad.
My real dad, I was never really interested in learning about him. But after seeing his picture, I can't help but feel a little curious. I wonder if dads could tell me anything about him. Well, we might as well give dads the,
Apollo, this file looks like it might be useful. But there are so many pages, I can't tell what's important.
We need someone to help organize all of this, and I think I know just the person to ask.
Wait. Don't tell me we have to go back through the manhole to get out of here.
The only reason the safe house is still safe is because the front door has been boarded up.
Fine, then I'll just live here till the revolution begins.
What if I told you rats come out at night?
Then we'll just have to start the revolution before sundown.
I bet the revolution never thought to get a new ally this way.
Alright. I'm Mr. Spider.
What's with all the spider webs, Dats? Don't you ever clean the place?
Not the webs. We have what you call a symbiotic relationship. They catch the bugs that get in there, and I don't clean them up.
You know, that actually makes a lot of sense. I'm surprised to see so many appliances here. There's even a TV.
Speaking of which, we gave the people of Quran quite a shock. When Plume Punishment Warrior New Twilight Run was last on TV.
You mean that show where the actors play the part of Dirk and Rafa? You hijacked it in the middle of its broadcast, right?
Yep. All their writers do each week is to try to ruin the Divine Dragon's good name. So we decided to hit them where it hurts.
That must have been real shocking, especially for the kids who waited all week to see it. I mean, the show's main villain was actually hijacking the very show he's in. So, Dad, you guys are still using this office, I see.
Yep. Except now it's the official HQ of the Divine Dragons. But as Dirk said, and I quote, "We must keep it for the day that when Quran needs lawyers once more." Restoring the legal system to its rightful forms through popular uprising. You can tell how much Dirk believes in his cause. Oh, and AJ, Dirk said something else that might interest you. He said he hopes you'll come back and take over this office someday.
Take over? Me?
Those were his words. He may have been half joking, though. Hey, Dirk, guess what I heard from PW? AJ's become a lawyer. Yes, I've been meaning to tell you. Must have been because of you, Dirk. I'm not sure about that. I imagine he's been forgotten about me already. What are you talking about? I bet he can't wait to follow in your footsteps. Ha ha ha. Nothing would make me happier. Maybe one day he'll return to Quran and take over this office. It's just a pipe dream, though.
Dirk really said that.
Dirk was never a hands-on kind of dad. But not a day went by when he wasn't thinking of you. That much I'm sure of.
Doesn't get more paternal than that. Dirk, and to think, I really did spend my days trying to forget you. I'm looking forward to a nice long talk once you're free. Dad, so wasn't Nayuta once part of the Defiant Dragons?
Yep, Yuru was a rising star in the resistance. He vowed to fight for the cause through the legal system. Said he'd become a prosecutor to give Inga and Garan a smackdown they deserved.
But now he's...
Yeah, he's a puppet of the Garan regime. I really don't think he is. I think he's just pretending and trying to play the long game. But now that Dirk's been arrested, he's kind of in an inner turmoil. It's like, is this the time I act? Not only that, but now he's got to prosecute his own dad. Doesn't add up.
I wonder what happened to him.
Me too. But if I had to guess, I'd say Garan has some serious leverage over him. And maybe that's where that photo comes in. The photo is the leverage.
But that would also mean Inga just has it.
Yeah, Inga has it. And remember what Inga was saying to Dirk over in that phone call originally? He's like, I have someone tied around my finger. And I'm sure he was referring to Yuta then.
Yeah.
And this photo is like proof, like helps substantiate that.
Leverage, like what?
I wish I knew. But it seems like Dirk knows. I tried to press him about it, but he wouldn't say.
Come to think of it, Dirk did say.
that's the case, I bet Nayuta doesn't really want to go through with Dirk's prosecution. That's about this file. Can you help me figure out which pages are the most relevant?
Yep, sure can. Got the whole thing memorized. See this page? It's definitely worth a look.
Okay, so we know for sure Nayuta is definitely Dirk's son.
As the son of the
Just from
terrorist,
this more.
as the son of the terrorist Dirk, Nayuta was expelled from the royal family. The idea that the sins of the father are visited upon the children is deeply rooted in the minds of Kuroni's people. Yep, but he was expelled after that whole thing with Dirk happened. He must have gone through hell once he entered the legal world, though.
Because of the sins of the father are visited upon his children thing.
Yep, in the eyes of the people, Dirk is not the only traitor of the kingdom. He's also the terrorist who assassinated the previous queen. So, as his son, you no doubt got the cold shoulder at every turn.
That must have been really hard on him.
Yeah, the ties between father and son aren't something you could break, even if you tried. No matter where he went, he was probably labeled as the son of a criminal. But despite it all, he made a name for himself through blood, sweat, and tears. I mean, just look at him now. He's a star prosecutor working cases around the globe. He's become a hero, the pride and joy of crime.
Now that's an Nayuta I know. Super smart, never willing to give in. Must have studied and fought like his life depended to get where he is today.
The mark of the dragon. That's a symbol of our group, the Defiant Dragons.
Dirk has the same smart tattooed on the palm of his hand, right?
Yep, and I've got one too.
Really, where?
On my heart.
Oh, you mean metaphorically. Like you're ready to die anytime for the cause or something like that?
You got that right. Dead or alive, I'll always be a Defiant Dragon.
Did you present to him the photo of his dad? Apollo's dad?
Ah!
What? Do you know something about this?
Nope, just felt like shouting is all.
Get me going there for a sec. I wanted to ask you about this picture.
That's a picture of your pops that Dirk found. He had a heck of a time tracking it down. He said he searched all over for it.
Why? Why would he go through all that trouble? Because he was in the fire.
Dads, please tell us everything you know about Apollo's dad.
Do you know what my biological father was like?
Dirk once told me about him. He was a modern minstrel, walking the world and making music with his travels.
This file also has information on your real dad. It says he died in the blaze of Queen Amara's residence 23 years ago.
So Jove was always was the same fire? I thought it was a different fire.
No, Jove was in the same fire as Queen Amara.
So they both died in the same fire. That's highly suspicious.
Which means, if he knew someone could divination seance, that means he could see Jove's perspective.
Could Jove have been the one that killed Amara?
I don't know. I don't think he would die in the same fire he was.
It's a
intending
perfect
to be
cover-up, though. Like, if they don't know who he is, they can't figure it out.
Yeah.
But it does seem weird. That's right. Dirk had invited him over. Dirk's the kind of guy who can become fast friends with just about anyone. And it seems your pops was like that too, Ichi. They hit it off at the bar. Next thing you know, Dirk asked him over to play some tunes.
And then the place went up in flames.
Yeah, Dirk had just stepped out for a sec when the fire broke out. Apollo, you were there too, but you're still just a baby.
I remember hearing about that when I was little.
Yeah, it was a crying shame. Your pops just happened to take you along that day. So he was there with him when the fire broke out. But Dirk risked his life to save you.
It's like Dirk's done nothing but save me all my life.
All your pops' stuff got burned up. Couldn't anything could have helped us identify him. All we knew about him at first was his stage name, Jangling Justice, or something like that. Ah, that's why they couldn't do it. That's why they couldn't do it. Dirk just did everything he could to take up what little we now know.
What about my mother? Do you know anything about her?
All we know is that she was traveling with your pops. But that day, she was off doing something on her own.
So then she probably didn't even know my father had been with Dirk, huh?
But she must have been desperate to find you and your father once you'd gone missing.
No doubt. But the Queen's assassination threw the kingdom into chaos. The police were so overwhelmed, they were hardly any help to her. We searched and searched till the legs gave out, too, but we never found her. With your father's stuff all burned up, we had 0 leads, not even a photo. Phoenix, now's the time to speak. Phoenix, you know the truth. Speak now. Phoenix knows who Apollo's mother is. Phoenix knows. Phoenix should be saying it.
Mm-hmm.
What are the odds Phoenix actually says it now? Now that it's become important.
0.
Phoenix needs to, like, we the player know it. Phoenix knows it. Like, come on, game.
So that's how I became an orphan.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe Mom read the details about the fire in the newspaper. Maybe figured you died along with your pops.
Wow, I had no idea you'd been through all that, Apollo.
So then you believe me? You believe in my son's innocence? Ooh.
Your poor son, imprisoned for a crime he didn't commit. Let's petition the government for his release and a declaration of innocence.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm forgiven your debt.
Who's that?
Hey there, Mr. Emmy. Hard at work, I see. Yes, I have my own battle that I must wage. After all, there are many who suffer under the Defense Culpability Act.
Miss Envy, please don't forget about our case, too.
I won't. I will look into it as soon as I am able. That's weird. Dads, what's Mrs. Envy doing here? She's lending an ear to all those who are suffering under the regime's wrongful accusations. Lady whose husband's been imprisoned. Parents whose sons are falsely charged. She's helping all those types of people. So she's trying to help the revolution along. In her own special way. Yep, thanks to her, more and more folks are coming over to our side. All the people who've been unhappy with the regime have been waiting just for this chance. They're starting to speak out in support of us.
People are responding and a grassroots movement is growing. Dirk's dream of revolution may finally come true. What should we do about the Founder's Orb? We'll probably run into the Royal Guards again the moment we leave this place.
Well, we can't stay here forever, so we'll have to think of something.
I've got it. Why don't you hold on to it, Dance? You should be safe here, right?
You can count on me. I'll get it back to you in time for tomorrow's trial at the Hall of Justice. Yeah, get rid of the orb, so that way the guards can come to us like, hey, we don't have an orb. What are you talking about?
What now, Apollo?
Well, we got a handle on what happened 23 years ago. Maybe we should pay Dirk a visit. There's something I would want to show him.
We're gonna show him the picture of Amara, or that picture. 'Cause we still don't have confirmation it's Amara, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Amara. I'll join you. I want to talk to him before tomorrow's trial. Maybe I should wait here then. We'll attract undue attention if we go in a large group.